What's going on, everybody? It's the Indoor Hunter, and Call of the Wild is getting a new DLC on March 12th, the High Caliber Weapons Pack, and I am super stoked about it. Unfortunately, they were unable to do their live stream today, so we don't have that much information on it except for what's in the trailer here. So let's go ahead, without further ado, hit play. Let's talk about what's going on here. Again, the information that I have is basically zero. It's only from this trailer, and obviously I'm going to link that in the description below. That way you guys can watch it if you haven't already without me blabbering over it. Whenever it gets to this part here, we're going to hit that pause button. Boom. Strandberg 10SA Executive. Modern recoil and range for an old classic. Class 1s 4 through 9. Obviously talking about the slug capability there. Now, I don't see any railings for optics, which is kind of unfortunate because that could be a game changer when it comes to hunting larger game, especially with slugs, because a semi-automatic with slugs would be huge. That may be why they're not doing that. Who knows? Maybe you can actually attach an optic to it. We don't know yet. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that showcase, as I've mentioned before, but I am very excited for this as a big-time waterfowl hunter in the game, and hunting class 1 species like rabbits is one of my favorite things to do, and this is going to be huge for those hunts over on Reventilli Coast. The 20 gauge is the only other semi-automatic shotgun found in the waterfowl pack, and honestly, it's a little underwhelming. It's not very powerful. The range isn't the best. It is fun though. It's an excellent rabbit gun, but in terms of actually waterfowl hunting, I think this is going to be game changing and next level. Let's see what's on the next. Got some wild boar. Now this weapon, I don't know if I'm uber excited about it. Let's go ahead and pause it there. The 4570 Jernberg Superior. Now I've had the 243 pistol for a very long time. I'm not very proficient with it. However, it does allow an opportunity to get some unique loadouts. This is a gun for classes 4 through 9. This is one of those that you can throw in there in the backpack, have that class 9 capability, and be able to hunt with other stuff. So this is actually really interesting. Now, I don't know how it's going to compare to, say, the 454 Rhino that's in game. With that, you know, we've got 5 rounds. You can put a scope on it. It hunts the same class of animals, but I mean, it's something different. It's going to be interesting to actually field test this, see what it's like out there, what it can actually do against animals. Right now, the only other weapon that we have the 4570 in is the lever action, and the range on it's pretty bad. It's a good gun. It's just that range really holds it back. So in a pistol form, maybe it's going to be awesome. I don't know, but the next weapon is what I'm going to assume is going to be the most game-changing. That right there, not even going to attempt to pronounce that. The 300 Mag Tactical. Not only does it look amazing, it honestly looks like something out of Call of Duty, but we are finally getting a 300 Magnum semi-automatic weapons platform, and that is beyond exciting, especially for people like myself that grind constantly. And just to make that grind a little bit easier, we like to use the 300 just to drop animals where they're standing at. That's going to be next level. Who knows what the recoil management is going to look like? I mean, I'm going to assume it's going to be pretty stout, but if it's a modern weapon, maybe it's going to be actually less than the bolt action brother to it. I don't know, but I can tell you this is absolutely, in my opinion, probably that gun that's going to make it absolutely worth it. And truth be told, because weapon packs are actually cheaper than DLC, if you are one of those that still doesn't have the 300 because they don't want to get Yukon Valley, this is that opportunity to have a 300 in the loadout. That is going to be probably the best weapon for classes 7 through 9. Slight digression, you know, the 338, it's a fun gun, but honestly, it's so similar to the 300, you might as well just use the 300. This to me, unless it's just a recoil heavy, you know, really slow action, really slow to reload, I think this is might be one of those ultimately game-changing weapons they've added to the game. When the M1 was released with the Smoking Barrels pack, that kind of changed everything. That kind of changed how grinding was done. This might actually be one of those weapons, so I'm beyond excited for it. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think?